Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive
Yeah,
into a stock that might be a good fit for your portfolio.
that's right.
Today, we are looking at Stryker Corporation.
All right.
That's SYK on the New York Stock Exchange.
Okay.
So Stryker's a big player in medical technology,
Mm-hmm.
and they currently have a Zacks rank of 3,
Uh-huh.
which is a hold rating.
Right.
So kind of a mixed bag of potential here.
Yeah, that hold rating means that we really need to take a close look at all of the data
Yeah,
before we can really make any judgments about the stock.
for sure.
Our sources are a little bit light on really in-depth historical information,
Yeah.
but we do know that the company goes back to 1941,
Wow.
founded by Dr. Homer Stryker,
Okay.
who's an orthopedic surgeon.
Okay.
And today, the company ranks in the top 32% of all industries that are rated by Zacks. So
Right.
showing a pretty solid position in the healthcare sector.
Yeah, and that's great to see.
Uh-huh.
Let's dive into their financials a little bit, because that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
Stryker consistently beats sales and earnings estimates,
Okay.
which shows, strength and reliability.
Yeah, for sure.
Their track record for beating EPS estimates is perfect over the past year,
Wow.
exceeding industry performance.
That is impressive.
And that kind of consistency is really good to see.
Right.
But we also need to look at their C growth
Yeah.
score,
Okay.
which points to more moderate growth prospects
Mm-hmm.
compared to some of their peers in the industry.
Yeah, that's a really key point you hit on there.
Yeah.
While their performance is strong,
Right.
understanding the context of that growth is vital.
Yeah.
The C growth score tells us that their growth might not be as explosive as, some high-flying tech companies or something like that.
Right.
But it's important to consider, they're already pretty large.
Right.
They have an established market presence.
Yeah.
And the medical technology sector itself is, poised for continued expansion.
Yeah. Right.
So that's, a plus for Stryker.
So we see Stryker exceeding expectations financially.
Yeah.
But what about market share?
Well, specific market share numbers aren't available in the sources you provided,
Okay.
but Stryker undoubtedly holds a pretty commanding position,
Okay.
particularly in the medical device market.
Okay.
And this strength is reflected in the positive ratings they receive from firms like Canaccord Genuity and Stifel Nicolaus,
Oh, okay.
both of which see potential in Stryker's future.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Their market position seems really solid, but what about the future?
Well,
Unfortunately, we don't have detailed information on Stryker's innovation pipeline.
right. And that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
Without insights into their research and development efforts,
Yeah.
it is harder to gauge their long-term growth potential
Okay.
and ability to adapt to a changing market.
Right.
This is definitely an area where further investigation
Yeah.
would be beneficial for you.
So let's get down to it. Let's talk about valuation.
Right?
Looking at SYK's metrics, we see kind of a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Their C value score suggests they might be fairly valued overall,
Yeah.
but their PEG ratio of 2.8
Mm-hmm.
raises some eyebrows.
Yeah. The PEG ratio, which compares price to earnings growth,
Right.
offers another perspective on valuation.
Okay.
A higher PEG ratio can signal potential overvaluation,
Right.
meaning the stock price might be outpacing the company's actual growth rate.
Yeah,
So it's something to weigh carefully.
for sure. And we also need to consider analyst projections.
Yeah.
The average 12-month price target from 22 analysts is $400.85.
Okay.
So that represents a potential upside of 2.22%.
Yeah, that's right. And it's important to note that, those price targets can vary.
Right.
The range spans from a high of $420 to a low of $370.
Right.
So that kind of highlights the inherent volatility, of the stock market. You have to kind of take that into account.
All right, so moving on to acquisitions. Our sources don't really provide any specific details on that front.
Right, acquisitions can play a significant role in a company's growth strategy.
Yeah.
So this lack of information is another area that you might want to research independently.
Okay.
If Stryker is actively pursuing acquisitions,
Yeah.
understanding, those targets and their potential impact on the company's financials,
Right.
and market position would be really crucial.
So let's weigh the pros and cons a little bit here
Okay.
of potentially adding SYK to your portfolio.
Sure.
On the plus side, we see strong and consistent financial performance,
Yeah.
a history of exceeding analyst expectations,
Right.
and a dominant position in a growing market.
Those are all really compelling arguments in favor of Stryker.
Yeah.
However,
Right.
we also need to consider the potential downsides, the
Right.
mixed valuation metrics,
Yeah.
particularly that elevated PEG ratio, that suggests a need for careful consideration. And then also the lack of information regarding their innovation pipeline
Yeah.
and recent acquisitions adds another layer of uncertainty.
And what about their dividend policy?
Well, again, we don't have the specific details
Yeah.
from the information provided.
Right.
Not all companies pay dividends.
Right.
So this absence of information doesn't necessarily signal a red flag.
Okay.
It simply means that if dividend income is a priority for your investment strategy,
Yeah.
you'll need to dig a little deeper to
Yeah.
uncover Stryker's current dividend policy, or if they even have one.
And the same goes for share buyback programs. We don't have any data on that aspect of their financial strategy.
Yeah, share buybacks can indicate, a company's confidence in their future prospects
Right.
and can potentially boost earnings per share.
Okay.
But without concrete information, it's really impossible to assess
Yeah.
Stryker's approach to share buybacks.
Finally, let's touch on ESG factors.
Okay.
Environmental, social, and governance considerations.
Yeah.
Our sources don't provide any insights into Stryker's performance in these areas.
ESG considerations are increasingly important for a lot of investors. They look beyond just the financial metrics
Right.
to assess a company's sustainability practices, ethical behavior,
Okay.
and overall impact on the world.
Right.
So if these factors are a priority for you,
Yeah.
it would be wise to seek out more information
Okay.
about Stryker's ESG initiatives and performance.
So where does all of this leave us?
Well, I think we've gained a pretty solid understanding of Stryker's financial health and market position.
Right.
They have a track record of exceeding expectations and hold a strong position in a growing industry.
For sure.
However, the lack of information on certain key aspects like their innovation pipeline and recent acquisitions, along with the mixed signals from their valuation metrics,
Right.
warrants further investigation.
Yeah, it seems like we've uncovered a puzzle with a lot of pieces in place, but a few crucial ones are missing. So what would you suggest as the next steps for our listener?
Well, I think you need to delve deeper into those areas where information is lacking.
Okay.
Exploring Stryker's investor relations website is an excellent starting point.
Right.
You can often find, detailed financial reports, presentations,
Right.
and information on their growth strategy and ESG initiatives.
That's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
What else would you recommend?
Seeking out industry reports
Okay.
and independent analysis from reputable research firms
Right.
can also provide some valuable insights.
Okay.
They often offer a deeper dive into a company's competitive landscape, market share,
Right.
and future prospects.
Gotcha.
So that might help fill in some of the gaps we've encountered today.
And what about factoring in analyst opinions?
Well, while we've touched on analyst ratings,
Right.
reading their full reports can provide a more comprehensive understanding of their reasoning,
Yeah.
including both the potential risks and opportunities that they've identified.
Those are all valuable steps to take before making any investment decision.
Right.
Remember, conducting thorough due diligence is crucial.
Absolutely.
Never rely solely on what you hear,
Right.
even from experts.
That's right.
Always verify and form your own conclusions
Yeah.
based on a well-rounded understanding of the company
Yeah.
and its prospects.
For sure.
All right, so that wraps up our analysis of Stryker Corporation.
Yeah.
Hopefully this has given you a better idea of whether SYK is a good fit for you.
Yeah.
We always encourage you to continue the conversation in the comments section of our YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Let us know what additional research you would do on Stryker
Yeah.
and whether you think it's a company you would consider investing in. And if there are other stocks you would like us to analyze in future deep dives.
Right.
Be sure to share those in the comments as well.
Yeah, we love getting those recommendations.
We appreciate you joining us for this deep dive into Stryker Corporation.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more in-depth analysis
That's right.
of companies just like this. We look forward to exploring more investment opportunities with you in the future.
See you next time.